Hey Lula, I said I'd read you a bedtime story, and you did not pick up the duo call. So let me go ahead and read you the story, and then I'll share it with you, and you can watch it anytime you want, okay? Alright, here we go. Alright, let's try to do this. So everything existed in delicate balance within the circle of life. In the Pride Lands, the great king Mafusa stood on Pride Rock, celebrating the birth of his son. Days passed, and Simba grew into a mischievous little lion cub. One day, his father took him to the top of the Pride Rock and explained to him the circle of life. Mufasa told his son that one day Simba would rule every place that the light touched, but he could never go where the darkness touched, including the elephant graveyard. Simba went to visit his uncle Scar and told him he would one day rule over the whole kingdom, but Scar wanted to be king. He made Simba curious about the elephant graveyard in the Darklands and tricked Simba into wanting to go there. This next day, Simba went to his friend Nala and told her about his secret plan to visit the elephant graveyard, but they couldn't go on their adventure with Zara, Mufasa's advisor, and Simba's babysitter, following them as they ventured into the savannah. Simba thought of a plan to get rid of Zazu. See? He's thinking of a plan. Simba and Nala managed to escape from Zazu and ran into the elephant graveyard. At first, the graveyard was a great adventure, but it quickly became a nightmare. Hyenas chased after them, yipping and biting. Nala and Simba ran in fear from one danger to the next. But just as all that seemed lost, Mufasa let out a great roar and came to their rescue. When Nala returned to the Pride with Zazu, Mufasa called Simba to his side. Mufasa told Simba that he was disappointed that Simba had not listened to him. Mufasa also told Simba that he was scared to lose him and that he would always bravely fight to protect him. Mufasa instructed his son to look to the sky to see the kings of old. Each star was a different king. Mufasa told him, and they could help Simba. Whenever you feel alone, just remember that those kings have always been there to guide you, and so will I, little Simba. Admired his father and hoped one day he would be a great king like Mufasa. The next morning, Scar lured Simba into the gorge. Suddenly, there was a stampede of frightened wildebeest. Simba was in danger. Scar altered Mufasa, who ran to rescue his son. Little Simba clung to a tree branch. Mufasa yelled, "Hold on, Simba!" Mufasa jumped into the stampede and grabbed Simba, bringing him into safety. As Mufasa tried to escape from the stampede himself, he called to his brother Scar to help him climb to safety. Scar cruelly let Mufasa fall into the stampede. Simba looked on in horror as the herd cleared. He went to his father's side and called to him, but Mufasa wouldn't answer. Simba looked to Scar for help. Scar lied, telling Simba that Mufasa's death was Simba's fault. "Run and never come back," Scar said. Hurt and confused, Simba ran away. Without Mufasa or Simba, Scar had his hyenas took over the Pride Rock. After abandoning his life on the Pride Rock, Simba wandered lost in the desert until he finally collapsed. Simba awoke in a strange jungle. He looked up and saw a meerkat called Timon and a warhog named Pumpa. Above him, Simba was afraid, but Pumpa's kindness and Timon's laughter made him feel right at home. As they roamed through the forest, they showed him Hakuna, Hakuna Matata, a life without worries. As he grew older, Simba learned to live just like Timon and Pumbaa, free from the worries of his past life. One day, as Simba, Timon, and Pumbaa led their Hakamutara lifestyle, danger approached. A great lioness stalked Pumbaa, ready to pounce. Pumbaa screeched and ran, but Simba came to his rescue. As Simba and the lioness fought, he realized that she was his childhood friend Nala. As they reunited and shared their lives, they remembered their feelings for each other, and they knew it was true love. Does that look like they're pretty happy, honey? In true love? Nala told Simba the darkness that had come upon the pride lands with the loss of Mufasa and Simba. Simba turned away in shame, and his heavy heart would not let him tell Nala the truth. Nala kept pleading for him to come back, but Simba ran away. Timon and Pumbaa looked on in worry. They thought they were losing a friend. Simba was lost again. Rafiki, a wise baboon, came to him and asked him who he was. Simba no longer knew. Rafiki guided him to look upon the sky, where he saw his father's image. Look inside yourself. You are more than what you have become. You must take your place in the circle of life. Simba knew that to honor his father, he had to be the great king he was meant to be. He would return to his home in the Pride Lands. Then Simba, Nala, Timon, and Pumbaa went back to the Pride Lands to overthrow Scar. At Pride Rock, Simba confronted Scar. Scar sent his hyenas to attack Simba, and a great battle began. The lions of the Pride, along with Timon, Pumbaa, Rafiki, and even Zazu, fought with all they had. As hyenas and lions clashed, the battle seemed endless. Simba and Scar battled on top of Pride Rock. Simba lunged in a range of memories of his father's passed through his mind, and soon he was close to victory. Simba told Scar to run and never come back, as Scar had told Simba to do so long before. Good had finally won. Finally, Simba stood as king of the Pride Lands and let out a mighty roar. Afterwards, Simba and Nala found happiness together, and soon the animals celebrated the birth of the new cub as a new circle of life begins.